Welcome to Crowned with Glory Reborn, the channel that is named after my first and middle name, Stephanie Renee. And this is a channel for those of you who are interested in healing through spiritual self-awareness and growth. And so it might not be for everyone. For some people that could feel too serious, too negative, too heavy. And if that's you, this might not be the channel for you, or right now might not be the time for you, but when you're ready to go deeper into that kind of work, you know where to find me. Now, as a reminder, this is not a private reading, so not all messages are going to resonate with you at this time. It might be that someone else has more important matters that Spirit wants to address, and so please don't be offended. However, if you do find that the reading resonates with you and you want to go deeper and get more details, hang tight to the very end and I'll tell you how to reach me. Welcome, Cancer. Welcome to your summarized reading for February, and you are the last to be released in February in the lineup. But you are not the least. And I'm sorry you guys came in last. I know y'all are going through a lot of difficulties because of all these eclipses, okay? But, you know, my release schedule is based on, you know, who gets the most views from the previous month. So highest viewed gets released first, lowest views get released last. So it is what it is. Well, you know, everybody's got their day, right? Well, getting on to this reading, look, major shifts going on, right? And you probably already know it. There's a chapter of your life that has ended. It's a new day, a new way, and definitely over here, look at this. At the foundation, you've got the World card, which is the last card in the major arcana. And then you start the month off at 0. New cycle, the first card in major arcana. So at the foundation, you've ended a cycle, you're beginning a new cycle. Something about February, you start anew. You start from ground zero. So pretty interesting. And I do think that this has to do with, you know, you don't know where this is going. You don't know what this new chapter is in your life, but you're having to get a new perspective, and maybe you're really cautious and protective about it and working really hard, but there's been some endings, big time, in your life. And it might have to do with plans for your future, having to do maybe with partnership, maybe even travel. Possibly a Scorpio is relevant here, or an Aries might be relevant. Regardless of sign, things seem to be a bit on hold, okay? Even though you might want to get going, and yes, you are beginning something new, there's a need to get a new perspective about what's been transformed in your life and what you're going to work on to get a rebirth, a renewal of your life. But I think some of you are cautious in making these plans for your future for obvious reasons. This is quite intense. Now, back to the foundation. I think that the shift is very pronounced, particularly for the women who, you know, maybe you have been looking at your options, trying to get away from difficulties. Yes, maybe a difficult chapter in life where you want to get onto solid ground, okay? Maybe as a single person or even as a couple, you're searching for new horizons. But in doing that, you need to pay attention to the red flags. And I want to say, yeah, for Cancer females, pay attention, because I could see in the love reading, somebody's maybe, well, I even see for the men and the women, okay? The men might be dealing with a woman who, and the Cancerian females might be dealing with men who, or regardless of gender, you're dealing with somebody who cannot be trusted at this time. There's secrets, and you need to use your intuition because you're not getting all the information. But Spirit's telling you, and you need to trust your instinct. So I'll get into that. But definitely it's a new cycle in life, and I don't know that you know where it's headed because, with this Fool card, um, you maybe are taking risks, maybe approaching things from a place of innocence in terms of your ambitions to get a commitment or what you're wanting to commit yourself to, maybe your wishes with that. But you really need to make sure that whatever you're starting anew is grounded and clear, okay? It's very important that you're making solid new starts. By the way, February collectively is a good month for all of us to start something new because of the new moon in Aquarius on the 4th and all the way through the 18th of this month. Great time to start something new, but just make sure that you're communicating commitments clearly and expectations, and you're putting all your cards out on the table, and people are dealing with what what they truly want, what it truly takes to win, and then you're moving towards a shared vision, a shared goal. But there might be some delays, like if you're looking for new work or something, or you're looking for a new relationship, that might kind of be on hold for some of you. Needing to get a new perspective about maybe money or decisions having to do with money. Some of you might be having cash flow problems, or there's been key, very important decisions having to do with money that are making you kind of reevaluate things. And it might also have to do with compatibility with a key partner, where again, things are kind of stuck. Maybe there's commitment issues. You want to get forward movement. You want a new beginning, a new relationship, but you're not quite getting the commitment that you want. Let me say around the 14th, Valentine's Day, there could be some tempting offer that comes in, but just be careful that you're not getting immediate gratification that later ends up biting you, because Venus is in your 7th house of long-term committed partnerships, so there's really a good opportunity that, yes, you will get a new partner over this year. All right, a lot of energy supporting that, but at the same time, Saturn and Pluto in the South Node are in that 7th house of long-term committed partnerships, so you're having to look at the sober realities, especially if some of you have been in fantasy land about things, which I did see a bit here. Some of you have been, taken to task on that with Saturn and having to deal with the harsh realities of long-term committed partnerships. And Pluto is, deeply transformative. And you've got, a lot of astrology impacting that 8th house occupied by Scorpio, which again might be what this is coming up about, not just transformation of your perspective on life and new relationships and what you're doing with your work, 6th house matters, but also sex, intimacy, matters of trust, matters of shared resources. Those of you who want to know more about those kind of energetic influences, I'll go into more detail on Vimeo, because I know a lot of you just want to know the cards, but there are deep astrological energies influencing all of this. So although you might want to get started and there might be an opportunity to get a start on the love front with a partnership, just be aware these energies are there bringing deep transformation, dealing with the realities of, partnerships, and also needing to release old patterns back to this, ending a chapter in your life, entering into a new beginning, a new cycle, maybe, yes, having to do with intimacy, trust, sex, shared resources. But again, you got to get a new vision, okay? And I do see some kind of trying to be strongly positioned here and protect yourself, maybe being defensive, okay, very guarded, and it might have to do with a mother figure or a grandmother figure. It might be family matters where something within the family is not stable, not secure, not grounded, and it's a very emotional matter. It might be hidden matters in the family. For some of you, it might be health issues, emotional health issues, where somebody's very guarded about it. I am seeing, though, that there might be issues with somebody doing some creative creative accounting here, okay? And that might be why. Maybe there needs to be more transparency with money issues, okay? But and if you want to know more about that, again, I go into greater detail on Vimeo because I'm trying to summarize it here, but a lot more intuitive messages over there for those of you who want it. But with the Eight of Pentacles, you're working really hard at something. I almost feel like you're trying to put your back to all of this stagnancy, the guardedness, maybe having to do with some family matters that are very emotional, where you might hold your ground, or you come across that way like you're holding your ground. But you're trying to put your back to it and maybe not communicating to a friend or a companion, maybe a child, about money matters and a decision that's being made to maybe take a different path, okay? And it might have to do with not communicating to a friend about getting a new beginning. Sometimes this is a younger partner, okay? But I'm almost seeing like you've taken different paths, you've taken different roads, and you're undergoing a lot of transformation, deep transformation, particularly regarding a man making plans for the future. And I do see him looking towards that, maybe looking for an alternative path. But I am seeing here there's something having to do with a company or a government agency, maybe having to do with not getting a new beginning. Something got cut out. Might have been a job or a new beginning at a job. For some of you, cutting out support for a child. And I do have to warn you, if this is a family matter, you know, it might be that this person is coming across very strong, very silent. But there could be like somebody in authority with that Tower card, somebody like a judge stepping in to deal with that matter, bringing more transformation. I do think that this man is maybe spending a lot of time alone, and a lot of things going on here that I'm trying to keep it brief for those of you who like it short and sweet. And if you do value more details, like I said, they're on Vimeo. But definitely a lot going on where you're trying to get a new beginning in life. But I don't think it's going to be easy. It's definitely going to take a lot of work, okay? You got a new beginning, but it doesn't come effortlessly. It doesn't come easily. But as long as you put the hard work in, you will be rewarded. For the men, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance and heal family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And it might have to do with a child, okay? Because I saw children showing up here. So it might be your children. It might be your childhood. There was a card kind of indicating that maybe an eldest child might in some way be relevant. If you have more than one child, something, you know, and I don't know if I mentioned this is maybe Aries, this is possibly Scorpio, so, but I do see also an air sign here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and in the reverse, you know, it could be that there's been some biting words, maybe enemies outside of a relationship, or criticism within a relationship. Also, typically in tarot, this card, when it's in reverse, can represent you can't trust the information that you're getting, or you're not getting all the information, or somebody's not giving all the information. And it might be with who they're dating, okay? Because they're manipulative, they're very cunning, they're trying to cultivate maybe some type of connection so that somebody makes a love decision to kind of break out of some stagnant period in their life
They want love, you know. They want somebody to fall in love with them or to commit to them or whatever. And they're trying to create this and cultivate this, but how they're going about it is not by telling you everything. They might not be outright lying, but they're not giving all the information, and that is misleading. And I think that there is kind of almost this conniving trickery with both of these cards in the way that they're trying to cultivate someone falling in love with them by selling themselves as somebody that they're not. And so with the High Priestess, somebody is indulging in some secrecy here. Okay, either they're secrets, maybe you're single, somebody's single and dating possibly, waiting on this love, this new love to come in to get created in their life, but perhaps there is actually a secret relationship, or there is, in their dating life, they are keeping things secret from this person. They don't have full transparency. They're not giving full account of their money situation or the compatibility. They're not looking at grounded reality, the harsh reality, so that somebody can make a fully informed decision about whether or not they want to commit and fall in love with this person and build a life with them. So, you know, with the Four of Swords in reverse, things are out of your control. And maybe you're just having to surrender to it. This is the self-service card where you're not getting your needs met by another person because maybe you're alone. Or there's secrets going on in the relationship where whatever's being offered, it's leaving somebody discontent here. The timing is off or something hasn't come to fruition. Again, not getting all the information, and it has to do with emotional attachments, ideals, marriage, harmony, shared values, okay? I don't think somebody's content with what's being offered in terms of that level of commitment. Like, they're not trusting it because I'm almost getting the sense that somebody is like selling themselves as something they're not. Either they're hiding a secret relationship out to the public, or this is in the dating world, they're not telling the person that they're dating the whole truth about themselves. And as a result, I do think, you know, with the High Priestess, this would also be about using your intuition, your discernment. Okay, somebody's using discernment here, and they're picking up like, I'm not getting all the information. Something's off here. Something doesn't feel right. I don't like what this person's offering me. I don't think we really share ideals. I don't think that I want to make this decision, okay? And that might be testing your optimism, but again, make sure all your cards are out on the table. Make sure you're looking at the realities and making grounded decisions with all the information. Now, for the females, you have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And I think it's for a new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Because I think there's somebody from the past that you have been separated from. Okay, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Whoever this person is that you're separated from, I think you're tired. You're tired. This person's not emotionally available. There might be some infidelity here, and I think you're tired of this nonsense, and I don't know that you want to give to this anymore. You know, maybe you're looking at the past, maybe you're looking at the future, but you need to give to the here and now. What the reality is that this person, I don't think, is emotionally available, and they might not have shared values, and yeah, maybe they're juggling two people with the Two of Pentacles, or there's some kind of fear of getting emotionally involved. Definitely I'm seeing fear here again. Might be with the Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where there's no mutual effort being made. When one person pushes forward, the other one draws back, because there's some kind of fear of involvement going on here, because I think the fear is that they just want to play around. And you know what? If your intuition is telling you, and this is about you following that intuition, your intuition is telling you, don't keep investing in this nonsense. This person is not ready. They're still juggling. They're still emotionally unavailable, emotionally insecure. They just want to play around, okay? They don't want to apply mutual effort here, mutual investment, mutual risk. You probably need to get away from this nonsense and open yourself up to new love, because guess what? With Venus in that 7th house, yeah, I mean, I know Saturn, Pluto, South Node is there. It's about you releasing this nonsense that you're sick and tired of. Release it. Yes, these are harsh, sober realities. It's intense. The emotions are intense. But you've got an opportunity for new love if you go on and release it with that South Node there and Venus there, definitely. And I do want to say, if I didn't already, Valentine's Day, you know, just be careful that yeah, I think I did say, just be careful. Things are opening up for you, but it might not be the best time on Valentine's Day. But I tell you what, if you want to know more about this, you want to get deeper details, you want to know about the astrology, and then you want to get these oracle card advice, you know, advice cards, along with affirmation cards. They're over on Vimeo in one video for you for $3.99. So if you're interested in that, just hang tight to the very end for information on how to contact me in the last 2 minutes of this message. And finally, for those of you who love freebies, we all love freebies. You want to get freebies from me? Free readings every day will be available in February. I'm going to have weeklies for the elements, and I'm going to have dailies for the collective. So if you want to make sure to get them, then make sure to click that bell button for notifications. And those of you who have already clicked it, thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys have a wonderful February. Keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. New beginnings. New partnerships. New plans from beginning to end. I know some weird stuff here. Not happy stuff in the middle. But you know what? You're going places, okay? Stay encouraged. Be blessed. Want to know more? If this story resonated with you and you want to know how to use this month's astrological energy in your favor and get more details and advice with clarifying and oracle cards, that will be given in the in-depth, detailed, intensive monthly reading on Vimeo for $3.99. Also, I have the 3-month Love Deluxe forecast still available, and the 12-month Love and Money forecast also still available, all for just $3.99 each. And this is to give easily accessible and affordable alternatives to private readings. And finally, don't forget to start your new year off right with my series on healing from narcissistic abuse. If you want to recover from empathy deficient relationships and open yourself up to emotionally available people this year, please check it out. These resources are all available at vimeo.com/crowned. And to reach me for private readings, check out the contact page of my website at crownedones.weebly.com. If you missed that information, hang tight. I'll flash that information on the screen one more time with this last minute here.